Today at school, we kind of went through some mini docs, and it was a bit of an emotional time, a bit of a almost tear-jerking moment when one of my classmates asked me, when it comes to my stutter, would I want my ki- would I want my kids to experience that, or how do I feel about my kids experiencing my stutter? And when each one of my kids was born, I looked at each and every one of them, and I was so happy at the beautifulness that has come to me. But then through all that happiness, a wave of fear overcame me because of the life that I had to endure with my stutter. Was my kids gonna have to deal with that? Are, you know, were they gonna have to? Are they gonna have to go through this world to deal with the harshness, the being cut off, the being separated and ostracized, and it was just such an emotional thought that I had to really go through and continue to look at and explore. And my oldest kid is 14 years old, and even at 14, I don't think any parent wants to see their child experience any of the hardships that they've had to experience in life. But mine is an internal battle. It's not just about being a black man. It's not just about um, having to, as they say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's just the fact it's an internal thing. Like all that on top of having a speech deficiency, a speech disorder. It's really challenging, and I was so glad and so blessed, so happy that my children didn't um, take on this trait of a stutter, and it was almost overwhelming in the joy that I knew that they don't have to deal with this part of life that I had to deal with. I'm glad that I'm able to provide them with opportunities so that they can go forth and uh, live a prosperous life. I hope that they would choose prosper and, you know, try to learn from the mistakes, but we're all human, so we learn as we go. And yeah, it's it was a moment. It was a moment for us all, not just as young filmmakers, but as black men having the opportunity to just open up amongst each other. There was some white males there too, but you know, the emotion coming from a black man can really only ever be understood by someone who's experienced the things that you've experienced, who's walked that walk with you, who understands what you've been through. And when my classmate was vulnerable today, like it was an amazing moment, and I really got to see him because he really opened up. It's been a tough time for us all. 2024, it felt like 2020 because things are so expensive, and every day we just go through life trying to make it. We could go through life where we're at, and trying to grow our businesses, trying to grow our minds, trying to grow our passions, trying to operate within the things that God has called us to operate in. And when the world pushes back because of greed and corruptions, and everybody wants to get rich, like medicine is high, food is high, gas is high, but to actually see someone through what they're actually going through, it was an amazing moment to capture. He had amazing words to say, but that's the reason why I want to be a documentary filmmaker. That's the reason that I want to be a part of this world, because of those moments, capturing those moments. It was a beautiful thing. Salute to my guy. I feel you, bro. I see you. I feel you. I understand where you're coming from. I felt this shit.